having a seat on your block or your cushion.
On my mat.
Close your eyes. Sit in a way that you feel grounded through your hip bones. Drop your shoulders down and back. Settle in for a few breaths here. And I'd invite you to take a moment this week and join me in the exploration of a question. And not a question that you need to be able to answer right away, but something that you can reflect on and prioritize time to reflect on this week. What would you be doing differently right now if you knew that there was a second long-term shutdown coming? And that can seem scary, but I've been reading about a concept called doomsday fatigue, where we just are tired of this doomsday mentality. And it explains the slump that you might feel. That I know I've felt a little bit overwhelmed, even though I'm doing the same things. So stepping yourself back, the question again is, what would you be doing differently with your life right now if you knew for certain that a second long-term shutdown was coming? Because we're going to begin to seek some clarity. Alignment with your values to help you make the choices that are right for your path. Let's take 5 breaths in and out through your nose together with my count. Put one hand on your belly button. Rest your other hand gently on your knee. We'll begin together. Inhale. Pause here at the top of your breath. Relax your jaw. Exhale through your nose. Pause here at the bottom of your breath. Again, inhale. Filling up your belly like a balloon. On your exhale, draw your abdominals in. Exhale through your nose. Add a little vigor, but don't change the pace. Inhale. Sipping in as much air through your nose as you can. A little bit more powerful on your exhale. Listening for the sound of your breath. Pause here. Keep the vigor, slow it down. Inhale. Keep the vigor, keep the length. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Pause here. Exhale. Take a big breath in through your nose. Keep your eyes closed. Open your mouth, sigh out. Good. Come around off your cushion to your hands and knees. If your wrists are tender, you can always support your wrists right from the beginning of practice on a block or on a blanket and start to move your hips from side to side. Maybe you haven't paid that much attention to your hips for the last couple of days, so just feel a gentle circle as you bring your hips to the left, forward, to the right, and back. Making some gentle circles, keeping your arms mostly straight. And if you find when you start to move other parts of your body, your breath totally stops, remember that those things, your breath and your mind, work together. Your breath and your body work together. So start breathing while you're moving. Come to a place of stillness. Take your toes to touch. Bring your knees out a bit. Drop your hips back. Walk your hands a little closer to your body so you can relax your elbows and relax your forehead to the floor. Child's pose. If this is too far down, you can put some support underneath your forehead or put some support underneath your hips between your heels. Looks good, guys. Breathe. You made it to your mat this morning. Of all the other things you had to prioritize for today, you made this time for yourself. Truly, I think no matter what we do for the next 45 minutes, that is your biggest accomplishment for your intention to just show up. Good job. Gently walk your hands off the edge of your mat to the right. Long through your left hand, letting your forehead still rest on the floor, so don't go so far that you have to lift your chest too much. Maybe your left palm can reach on top of your right hand for a bigger stretch long through your side, all the way down to your left hip. Turn your gaze to the left a bit. Breathe in, breathe out. Travel on your next exhale. Take a big breath in. Move on your exhale, walking your hands gently back through center. Grounding here through your left hand, pressing into the floor, reaching long with your right hand, relaxing your head, turning your gaze towards your right elbow. Maybe your right hand can reach on top of your left. Energetically push your right hip back and down. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Make your way back up to center. Come back to your tabletop. Set your knees about hip-width distance apart and relax your feet on the floor. We'll do a few cat-cows just to gently open up your spine. Extend all 10 fingers so you have space between your fingers. Taking some of the weight out of the wrist can happen by pressing down through the inner knuckles on your thumb and your index fingers. So like you were rolling those hands down. And then with your arm bones, like you were going to open jars, turning your elbows forward. So your elbows back and the inner part of your arm forward. So pressing down through the thumb and the index finger, turning the antecubital space forward. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, just really try to bear weight through all four corners of your hand and then move your belly down, lift your chin, inhale, exhale, round your back. Tuck your chin to your chest. Exaggerate this movement like there's stiffness through all the different elements of your spine and you're slowly moving them apart. Moving our way through cat-cow. This mobility through your spine is one of the greatest benefits of yoga. So take your time here. Feel the intention happening all the way from your neck down through your tailbone. One more like that. And then tuck your toes and meet me in your downward facing dog. We won't be here long. Now for me, this is my first down dog in a couple days, so it feels tight through the backs of my legs. So soften your knees, but straighten your arms. Push the mat away. Let your chest push towards your thighs. Trying to find a really flat back here. If your heels gently press towards the floor, good. Or shorten up your space so your toes are closer towards your wrists, making an inverted V. Shake your head from side to side. Feel the distribution of weight change from one foot to the other as you bend one knee, switch.
Oh.
Good, guys. Belly stays in tight. Go through your tabletop or gently to walk your feet forward, tent your fingers, make your way all the way up to the top of your mat into a forward fold. Knees are soft. Let your chest come towards your thighs. Let your butt go back and your head hang down like there's a magnet right on that soft spot, the crown of your head, pulling your head down towards the mat. Find something to do with your hands, maybe grabbing opposite elbow for ragdoll or wrapping your arms towards the backs of your legs, finding some place where you have some traction, maybe hanging on to the backs of your knees, backs of your calves. Good, Terry. Good, Chris. Breathe. Let your head hang. So if you're looking forward and there's a crease in the back of your neck, eliminate that crease by letting your head hang straight down, real long through the back of your neck here. Breathe. If you're really struggling, back out a little bit. If you're in the place where you have sensation but not pain, see if you can take some deep breath in. Soften on your exhale. Stay here. A simple forward fold brings us all this length and mobility through the backs of your legs, and we get really tight in the back of the knees from sitting. So you can soften your knees right here, but think about how you're pressing through your heels, toes are light, so the weight is back a little bit, and you're gently trying to push your heels down into the mat. That creates more stretch through the backs of your legs, letting your head hang. One more breath here. Chris, I know you hate this for sinuses, huh? Push through your feet, roll all the way up.
Oh.
Slow, slow, slow. Don't go too fast. Steady. Stand up. Tadasana. Take your hands out to the sides. Draw your belly in, pulling your pelvis right underneath your ribs. Take your arms out, palms forward. Close your eyes. Breathe. Sometimes taking on a big question is like planting a seed. And just like Michaela was saying at the beginning, then we get in this cycle where we're tending it, we're tending the garden, we're tending it. But it's very exciting when you plant the seed and you're not quite sure what's going to grow. Is it going to grow? How well will it produce? Will it bloom? So I invite you to plant the question like a seed today. What would you be doing differently in your life right now if you knew that a second long-term shutdown was coming? Open your eyes. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. We're going to gently open through the back and the chest. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, make your arms like goalposts, taking them out with bent elbows, pressing your hips and your upper chest forward, bending through your upper back. Good. Chin up. You go as far as you feel is safe for you. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold forward, bringing your hands together through heart center. So you're moving through your center line. Fold all the way down. Let your head hang. Push through your feet. Inhale, rise all the way up. Bring your arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Reach up, gaze up. Exhale, bend your elbows. Keep your gaze up. Squeezing your shoulder blades together like I was going to place a pencil right along the center of your spine, and you're trying to pull your shoulder blades there. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Through your center line all the way down. Kind of like you're loosening a knot. Roll all the way up. You know, if you have like a necklace or something, string, inhale, reach up, gaze up, bring your hands together. And if you just tug at it, exhale, bring your elbows out, squeeze your shoulder blades, keep your arms up. If you tug at that tight, small knot, it just gets tighter. You have to kind of work it to loosen it. Inhale, Reach up, exhale, hands through heart center, hugging your belly in, lower down, forward, fold, breathe in, breathe out. Good. Bend your knees enough that you can put your hands on the floor. Step back. Find your high plank pose here, or modified with your knees down behind you. If your knees are down, take those knees behind your hips. So in your high plank or your modified high plank. Good. Breathe here. Pull your chest forward. Take a big breath in. Exhale, everybody lower all the way down. And whether you're in high plank or modified, all the way down to the floor. Squeeze the elbows in. Relax your feet on the mat. Relax your chin. Press through your hands. Inhale, gently lift your chest. Squeeze your elbows in. So if you have chicken wings sticking out to the side, hug your elbows in, trying to make contact with your ribs. Exhale, lower down. Your choice. You come back through your hands and knees, or if you're working on building the arm strength, tuck your toes, pull your belly and your glutes really tight so your core has to do the work. Push yourself up to your high plank pose. Good, Alana. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you're locking out your knees, soften. Breathe in. Breathe out. Look to your hands. Take a walk to your top of your mat, tenting. Go your forward fold. Ragdoll or grabbing the backs of your legs. Let your head hang. Breathe. All right. Starting to build some muscle memory, just connecting breath with movement. Inhale all the way up. Reset, stand in your Tadasana right here, hands at the side. So this next round, friends, I want you to really concentrate on how the breath cue goes. So when I say inhale, you inhale. When I say exhale, you exhale, and we'll connect the movement and the breath, okay? All right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart center, fold forward. Good. Inhale, lift your chin, plant your hands on the fronts of your knees. Exhale, make your way back through your hands and knees or to your high plank or modified high plank. Stay here in modified or full plank, one breath. On your next exhale, lower all the way down. Your knees may be down, but everybody squeezes the elbows in tight all the way down to the mat. Relax the tops of your feet. Inhale, lift your chest and chin just a bit. Squeeze the elbows in. Good. Exhale, lower your chin. Tuck your toes. Inhale. Exhale, push yourself back through tabletop or your high plank. Breathe in. Push back. Breathe out. Good. Soften your knees. Stay here one breath. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Look forward. Walk to the top of your mat. Make your way to your forward fold. Let your head hang. Good. Do that again. Same thing, connecting with breath. Here we go. Inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, take your hands by your sides. Hold your gaze steady. Squeeze your belly in and your glutes together. Inhale, reach all the way up. Gaze up. Exhale, bend your elbows. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exaggerate the breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, weights in your heels. Fold forward. Breathe in. Flatten your back. Put your hands on the fronts of your knees. Exhale, bend your knees, step your feet back to tabletop or high plank or modified plank. If your modified knees are behind you, stay here one breath. Take your gaze forward more, not down, no matter where you are. Inhale, exhale, push through your toes if you're in high plank, all the way down. Good. Relax your feet. Inhale, push up. Exhale, lower. Good. Tuck your toes. Breathe in. Exhale, push yourself back up through your hands and knees or to high plank. Inhale. Use that exhale to push your hips back, downward facing dog. Get there, take a big cleansing breath in. Big cleansing breath out. Good work. Bring your feet so they're back hip width distance. Inhale. Exhale. Take a walk to the top of your mat. Get there again. Soften your knees. Fold. Last one, friends. Push through your heels. Breathe in. Rise up. Exhale. Take your hands out towards your sides. Inhale. Reach all the way up. Gaze up. Squeezing everything in. Take your elbows out. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Leading with your hands through heart center. Good, Tommy. Breathe in. Find your flat back, hands to the fronts of your legs. Exhale, make your way back to your hands and knees. Plank, modified plank. It's your choice. You're really moving. Stay here for a breath. If you're in plank, strong. Good, Alana. Push that mat away. Good, Mick and Marco. Inhale, exhale, lower all the way. Goes in. Relax your in, lift your chest. Push through your hands. Exhale, lower. Take a big breath in. Use your exhale to push back through your hands and knees or to your high plank. From your hands and knees or your high plank, breathe in. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Good work. Breathe in and breathe out. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Shake your head side to side. All right, your choice, friends. From here, if you're too much pressure in the wrists or your hips are hurting, drop to your hands and knees. You'll go from tabletop. If you're in the down dog and you're okay, push the mat away, strong in your shoulders. Whichever place you are, lift your right leg. So some of you are going to be in your right leg lifted, left heel pushing down, belly tight, both arms straight. Some of you are in table, your right leg lifted. Make sure your left elbow doesn't cave. Good. Good, good. One more breath here. Very good. Put your right foot down. Everybody drop to your knees. Come off your wrists. Take some circles of your hands here. We'll do the other side. Circle out your wrists. Close your eyes. Right. Terry, with the braces on your wrists, this might be tricky for you. So if so, then you just do what you can. But to stretch out the wrists, put one hand, your left hand on the floor, and take your hand upside down and put it so palm is up, facing you. That's right. And then
Yeah, that's a good
jump
stretch.
back and forth here.
Okay.
If you're bound up, then it might be hard to do, but you feel that through this front of the hand. So
Yeah, feels good.
good. Gentle. Put your hips back. Let's do the other side. Put your right hand down. Left hand goes upside down, so palm is up. Rings. And then just rock back and forth a little bit. Keeping your fingers down. Good. Good, Linda. Breathe here. All right, let's do the other side. Come again, you may be in tabletop. Nice and strong through the shoulders. No sagging in the tummy, so belly in tight. Or I'll show downward facing dog. Your choice. Listen to your body here. What you do today may not be what you do tomorrow. It's fine. And no matter where you are, grounded through the right side, lift the left leg. Good, Linda. Now, if you're in tabletop, point those toes down, drive through the heel. If you're in down dog, try that also. Feel that really gets long through the back of your right leg. If you flex your left foot, lift through the heel. If your head down, chin to chest, look forward a little bit, push that mat away. Strong arms. Stay with me. 3. Breathe, please. 2. And one, put your left foot down, drop to your knees. Good work. Take your hands so they turn out towards the edges, like your wrists are facing each other. Take them, your fingers out towards the edges of your mat, and then just rock back and forth side to side. Left to right. Good. Left to right. There you go. If you have somebody next to you, you can like reach over and knock them over. I saw a lot of looking
Yeah,
at
we hear those cracks galore.
you to knock you over. Huh? She just wanted to see what might happen there. Good work, guys. Center. Step your right foot forward. Your chest up. If this hurts your left knee, don't go any further here. Stop. Support your knee. We're not going to put a whole bunch of pressure on that knee, but just to have the extra cushion could be nice underneath your left knee. So that you can be here. Take your hands, put them on your right thigh, scoot your right foot forward, and let your body track forward. Feel how this opens a lot through the front of your left hip. If you don't feel that opening through the front of your left hip, then maybe your right foot is too far back. So you're going to take your right foot forward, like all the way to the front of the mat. So you can just track everything. There you go. Hips track forward. Chris, that looks really good. Really good. All right, stay right here. Breathe. Find a place where you're steady. So if you need to back off a bit, that's okay. You're strong through squeezing the glutes, hugging your belly in. So if you're all collapsing through the upper body, then you're not working your core. So squeeze, lift your ribs like your two parts. Legs are one part, ribs and upper body are one part. Some of you may want to stay right your knee. Some of you inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, goalpost the arms just like we just did. Your shoulders together. This is not supposed to be aggressive, but it is opening, so there's some challenge. Good, gaze is up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, gently bring your hands down to the ground. Gently straighten out your right leg to the degree that you can, lifting your toes up off the mat. If it's reach the floor, this is where having a prop like the block is nice because you could put that block here as an anchor underneath your hand. Good. Yeah. Gives you something else to hang on to. Perfect. Remember what we were talking about last week, that when it is the physiologic response of our body. For a protective measure, resistance is met with resistance. And that's good, because if we were like not able to resist, then we would get hurt very easily, because we want integrity of the muscle, right, to hold us up. But the resistance starts to lessen if we stay through it. So just stay through it. Breathe. Bring all your attention and gratitude to this right leg. Even if you feel, right leg, why are you cooperating with me? Just relax. Appreciate what you are able to do. Appreciate your hips, your joints, your knees, your ankles. Treat this body a little bit more lovingly and tenderly, saying, I'll take care of you. I'm trying to listen. I'm helping us to get strong and flexible. Shift your weight forward again. Gently move your right knee back. On a blanket, we're going to do the other side, so you can move that so that now it supports your right knee from your hands and knees. Now I have the support already underneath my right knee, if that's nice for you. Good. Lift your chest, step your left foot forward. Take your left foot forward enough that you're going to have some space to lean in. So we don't want this foot back where the knee is tracking really far above the ankle. We want that left foot forward so that I can put my hands on left thigh. And then just let it happen. Just take a breath in and like you're just tracking forward on your exhale. Lean in. Does everybody feel this is like a pretty significant difference when you're here versus here through the front of this right hip?
Yes.
Yeah, good. So it looks really good. Your form looks really good.
Taking a break from my right knee.
Yeah, and if it hurts, then that's good. Take a break. Hands are on your left thigh, shoulders down. All right, find a place where this is sustainable while we move through the arm movement. So if you are at that point where your like muscles are screaming, back off a little bit with the lunge. Belly in, lift your ribs, shoulders down. Inhale, reach up, look up. Keep the lunge as you can. Exhale, goal post your arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Really open, pushing your chest. Good. Push the upper chest more as you lunge forward. Good. Breathe. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, gently bring your hands down. Nice to, again, find an anchor on the block. Walk inside your left thigh and have a place for your hands here. Straighten the leg. Take your left toes up.
Sure.
And if you're all out of whack, just try to get yourself more through a center line. Like if your mat was a road, there was a line in the middle, you have left foot to the left side and your right knee to the right side. Gently straightening your left leg to the degree that is right for you. Push your hips back. Listen to your body. Breathe. Let your head hang. Stay in the resistance to let the resistance pass. I think when we think about, I was listening to that doom. I mean, part of it is because the news is like broken up into these 10, 15-second chunks. And it's just in a matter of 2 minutes, you might be able to have like 8 articles with different negative headlines go past your eyes and into your brain so quickly. And then how, like, what does that leave is on the impression for you? And how does that make you feel? It definitely is not making you think. It's just like being bombarded with this information and this perception. Shift your body forward. Good. Anchor through your head. Sweep your left heel. Left heel back.
Oh, buddy.
Everybody grab something to support your head. So whether it be your block is fine. So a lot of your block mix, whatever feels good, because we're just going to do a supported child's pose, so knees out wide. But find grounding. So your chest can drop. And when that happens, you get a little bit more stretch through this inner thigh because your head is elevated. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Take a second and notice what's happening in your mind. And then like you were hitting reset, just let that pass, clear. Take breath in and breath out. I'm so proud of you for just taking the time to show up here today, for being the person that actually makes that choice. There are people who are looking at what you do and they're thinking about doing that also, but they aren't quite confident or courageous enough. So you keep doing these positive things. You stay on this path. You are a leader to others, even if you don't even know they are watching. Gently come back up out of your child's pose. You can set your blanket or your block out of the way. Make your way so you're standing up. Walk to the top of your mat and face the long right edge of your mat, and then take a big step out to the right. Turn your toes out so your heels are in a little bit. And let's just start by just having our arms go neutral, leading with a flat back. So you have to lift and push out your chest, push your tailbone back, and then fold forward. Fold all the way forward. Once you hit the halfway point, now you can relax and around your neck and back. So if you look at that from the side, there's a difference between just diving straight down versus opening and then trying to lead with the chest so that it's flat the whole way down, then fold. We want the second one. In your forward fold, find a place for your hands. You could rest your hands or your elbows on your thighs. You could reach your hands for the backs of your ankles. If your hands are on the floor, look at you, Alana, hands on the floor, good job. You can press your hands down into the floor. See if you can take your feet out a little wider so your hands actually make contact with the floor. So much progress, you guys. I'm looking, I'm just remembering when some of you started and the like 18 inches away. So good work. Be proud of yourself right here. Good. Let your head hang. So if you're looking forward or you're crunching up through your shoulders, soften your elbows, let your head hang. Stay in the moment. Breathe in, breathe out. Bend your knees and lift your chest. Meet me in a squat right here. All right, depending on the integrity of your knees is going to be how far you go. So a short squat may be enough. There's not much pressure in my knees at all. If you have good knees, you can take this out wide and you can work down. This does put pressure on the knee, but is much stronger through the legs. If you're diving down, I want your chest up. Good. We're going to stay right here, hands together at heart center. For some of you, you may want to close your eyes, really get into your concentration. This should be strong sensation through your legs. If your knuckles are white and your toes, you're death gripping with the mat, relax your feet, drive through your heels. Think of taking your tailbone down and squeezing those glutes underneath. Stay with me. Keep here. We're only here for 5. Come on. Do it. Smidge lower. 3. Good. Good, Linda. Good, Terry. And stand all the way. Toes forward. Put your hands on your hips. Fold. If you do and you don't like going all the way down, stop right here at this flat back. You're still going to feel this through the backs of your legs. If you don't have sinus issues and you want to go all the way down, you can go all the way down. Find a place for your hands, reaching the back of your legs, backs of your heels, floor, thighs, knees. Just find a place. This is grounding. Breathe here. Good. Push through your heels, belly in tight. Inhale, reach all the way up. Take your gaze up. Little back bend. Exhale, goalpost your arms. Lift that chest. So we've done this 3 different ways now. Opening through your chest, pushing your hip bones forward, taking your upper chest up and back. Good. Inhale. One more squat series, guys. Bend your knees. Take your toes. We need strong legs. We need strong abs and butt. Your glutes as tight as you can. So that is really key here. So in this squat, like it's all legs, I want you to pull your glutes together. So you are squeezing that tushy as tight as you can. Get low here. We're here for 10. Just press your hands together. Some of you may want to press all elbows together as well. Your chin height if you're doing that. Concentrate here, stay with me, 5. We are both strong and flexible, friends. 2 and 1. Gently straighten your legs. Good, good. Bring your toes forward. Clasp your hands behind your back. Squeeze your shoulders together. Soften your knees. Go down. Let it hang here. If you are feeling okay in your forward fold, see how it feels to just bring your chest more towards your right thigh. Maybe hanging both towards the right leg. It's subtle, but you can feel the flat through the back of your right leg. My both legs are still mostly micro bend just to allow me to have more relaxation towards that leg, but very strong sensation through the back of your right thigh. Breathe. No need to stand all the way back up. Just walk your hands over to the other side. Bring your chest to your left thigh. Let your head hang. Let your hands grab onto your ankle. One thing yoga has taught me, and really I've been reacquainted with this lesson so much during our online yoga sessions, is that it's kind of futile to perfection. Come back up to center. Roll all the way up. That if you go off on this track and you're seeking perfection, a lot of energy and judgment and disappointment is probably along the way. And if you just embrace this mess that you're in right now, you can find the beauty in the midst of that. Step to the top of your mat, friends. Cross your ankles. Come on down, have a seat. All right, roll all the way back. Bend your knees. So your back is on the mat. Feet are lifted. Knees at 90 degrees. Hang on to the edge of your mat with your hands. Bring your ankle bones together, your big toes together, so your knees are drawing together. And then we're just going to lower the heels and lift. Lower the heels, your one movement with those legs. Lower the heels and lift. All right, here's some options. Some might have straight legs and lower and lift. I would say that is the most difficult, to do a full 90 degree at the top, all the way down to the floor, and lift with straight legs. Some of you bent legs and just reach down, tap your heels and lift. I want your legs to move like they're one tree trunk movement, right? So if you bring your knees to glue together, Tommy, bring your knees together so they go up and down. Good, really good, Chris. Good, working on the lower abs. Good, Michaela. Good, Terry. Good, Linda. Looks awesome, Alana. Keep going. All right, if you totally stopped breathing, start breathing. That is helpful. Knees are still together. Keep going. If you're scrunching up your face, making a bad face, like this is, sour and not very nice, it's really nice. So just open your eyes. This is your body. We're making it shiny. Stay with me. 5, 4, give me all you got. 3, so good. 2, and 1, relax. Put your floor, nicely done. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Take the soles of your feet together. Let your knees relax open to the side. Supta Baddha Konasana. Recline to bound the ankles. Knees go out to the side, nice and open through your hips and your inner thighs. Soles of your feet together. Place one hand over your heart, another hand on your belly. Close your eyes. Take a few breaths here. This week, what's something that you can do that's going to have a positive impact on your life or the people around you this week? Because just like when you plant the seed, if you try to plant something enormous, it can be overwhelming. It's too much work. We can't figure it out. I just want you to plant the one little seed. Start with one small step. What can you do? Just one thing you could do consistently every day this week to help you have more balance and more happiness, more clarity. Take 2 more breaths here. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Deep inhale. On your exhale, bring your knees together. Press your feet down into the mat. Take your right leg, cross it over your left thigh. And so not like a figure 4, just really crossing at the knee as much as you can. So right up. And then let your knees drop over to the right while your gaze goes to the left. In this pose, it's like your knees are dropping to the right and my right leg is helping to pull my left leg over because it's crossed on top. And dropping your knees towards the right, pull your right shoulder down towards the mat. Find grounding here, set your gaze that direction. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring yourself back up to center. Unwind slowly, paying attention to your legs, to your feeling, to your hips, to your feet. Put your right foot on the floor. Take your left thigh, cross it over. Set your right hand out, turn your gaze to the right, and then gently drop your knees to the left. Big stretch through that other hip. For me, my right hip is so much tighter than my left, so I really notice the difference here. Oh. If your breath is all up in your throat, see if you can take that breath deeper through your ribs from the pit of your belly, in through your nose. Maybe a nice sigh out through your mouth is good here. Bring your legs back up to center. Uncross your legs. Take your feet straight up towards the ceiling. Soft knees and offer yourself a little support on the back of your legs. Adjust your neck so that your neck is neutral. The back of your neck isn't crunched up with your chin pointing too high or too tight to your chest. Both feet are up. Just relax. This is just having your legs up. It is still an inversion. Even though you aren't putting your head upside down, you're taking your legs higher than your heart. So use this as a moment for an inversion. Changing your blood pressure. Draining the blood from your feet. Let your whole upper body relax and soften into the mat. Supporting here, breathe. Good. If this feels good and you want to stay like this, you certainly can. We'll take our knees, bend your knees, and then work your feet to the floor and gently out your legs so you find a place where you're comfortable for your final. If you want to support underneath your knees or your shoulders or wherever would be nice for you, use your blanket or block or pillow. Find a place where you can be still. Close your eyes. Breathe in, breathe out. Finding clarity is eliminating options and aligning values. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, sigh out. When you're ready, stretch your arms above your head and take the biggest stretch, like you're waking up right now. This is the energy you're going to have for the rest of the week, fingers to toes. Be open and long. Make your breath match that energy. Whatever happens, you are ready for it. You're able to handle it. You're able to go back to your breath. You have that clarity. Eliminate options and align with your values. Take time, roll over to your side. Keep your eyes closed so you feel yourself move in space. Meet me at your mat with your hands together at heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your energy today. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, Christy. That was great.